Hey there, Joe Gaspard here. Welcome to this master class, how to be healthy, get focused, and stay motivated so you can double your productivity and earn more money. Just want to take a second to say congratulations and welcome to this webinar. Just a few housekeeping things before we get started. Shut off your phone, close any other tabs you may have open. It'll slow the video down, all of that good stuff. Grab a pen and a paper. Get ready to take some notes because I'm going to throw a lot of information at you here. So, you're going to want to write some of this stuff down so that you can refer to it later on, all right? So, who am I? Just a super brief introduction of who I am and how sort of I got here, how I got started with this. I am a National Academy of Sports Medicine certified personal trainer and performance enhancement specialist, and I'm a certified sports psychology coach. I graduated from Le Cordon Bleu Culinary School. All right, so don't worry, I'm not going to tell you to eat a bunch of grilled chicken and steamed vegetables. I am also a combat veteran. I served on the invasion of Iraq in 2003 with the 101st Airborne. And now I live in New York City, so hopefully you can't hear the jackhammering that's going on outside of my apartment right now. I live in New York City now, where I am an executive performance coach. So, a few things, right? So there's a few people out there, I know maybe you're one of them, and you're going to tell me all the reasons why this won't work. You have no time, no money, you don't have the knowledge, etc., okay? But don't worry, in here, we're not going to focus on, you need to spend 3 hours a day in the gym, or you've got to change everything about your lifestyle. What we're really going to focus on here is just making some tweaks to what's already going on in your life so that you can start to get better and better results. Who this is for. Okay, this is important. You have to be coachable. You need to be driven, and you need to be resourceful. Okay, there's going to be some things in here that you're going to butt up against. They're not going to compute. They're not going to make sense to you. But if you are coachable, if you're ready to go further, if you're ready to take that next step, if you're resourceful and can find a way when there seems to be no way, then this is definitely going to work for you. And who this is not for. Look, if you're here for a quick fix, if you're, a know-it-all, you've already done everything, you know all the research, and it's impossible for you. You're looking for the easy way. You want push-button health. You want push-button motivation. You want push-button better life. Look, this is not for you. This is not going to work. This stuff that I'm going to talk to you about here, I'm not going to complicate anything, but it's going to be some hard work. You're going to actually have to put in some effort here, but it's simple stuff, all right? It's super easy to understand, super easy to implement, not complicated. It's just going to require you put in some effort. So, for all the skeptics, yes, I do have a confession. I do this all day, every day, okay? So don't get hung up on that, though, okay? I'm not here to tell you, this is the super ripped, shredded, get a six-pack, always, getting the big muscles, run a marathon, do something crazy. This isn't any of that, all right? I do this all day, every day. I have gone way, way far down the rabbit hole in this whole thing, and that's not what's here. That's not what I'm all about. That's not what I teach people, okay? If you want to go that route, yeah, there's some ways to do that, but that's not what we're focused on here today. So don't worry about it. Don't sort of discount what's going to happen here, because it's not about those extremes. This is just, like I said before, this is just about making some tweaks to what you're already doing. So a little bit about my story and how I got started in this. Back in 2003, like I said, I was with the 101st Airborne. I was in Iraq, and I had my second collapsed lung, and it ended my Army career. I tried very, very, very hard to save my Army career, and I went down the fitness and nutrition rabbit hole. I started studying the human body. I started studying health. I started studying motivation. I started studying what it is that makes us do what we do and why we don't do what we don't do, and how all of these things of our mind and our body work together to produce our results in the outside world, because I wanted to save my Army career. It didn't work, but it led me down this path to where I am today. I also my marriage fell apart while I was in Iraq for a bunch of reasons that I won't get into here, but I'm telling you that because, sometimes it's a thing people focus on when it comes to this. When they can't develop that healthy body, healthy mind, it's this idea of, well, it's because of this. So I'm telling you, look, divorced, been there, lost loved ones, lost my youngest brother to suicide back in 2016. So look, I get it. There's all kinds of things. There's health problems. There's, your love life. There's no money. Look, when I got out of the Army, I was broke. I had no money really in the bank. I've spent time living in my car before, so I get it, all right? I understand. I've been in poor health, stopped breathing on the operating table a couple of times. The doctors told me I was going to need, oxygen tanks and a lung transplant possibly as I got older. Defied all of that. I've been with no job. Like I said, when I got out of the Army, I had no idea what I was going to do. I hated being a civilian. All I ever wanted to be was in the military, and now that was taken away from me. And really, I had no hope. I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know where to go or where to turn. So what I'm hoping to help you with here today is showing you some next steps. Whether you're starting at square one or you're already into this and you're already moving forward and you just need to make a few little tweaks, what we're going to talk about here is not sort of that pain and despair, but how we can improve that, how we can keep that motivation, how we can keep that focus, how we can stay healthy so that we can be more productive, earn more money, be happier, healthier, more energetic. All of those things that we're all looking for are all going to start with that good health. Okay? So let's start with where you are. Maybe you're feeling tired all the time. Maybe you start off great, but you hit the 3 o'clock slump, that thing after lunch where you just run out of energy. Maybe you're feeling a lot of stress. You can't stay motivated. You're not seeing the results that you want. You're having problems staying focused. You're always looking for sort of, maybe not the next best thing, but there's always sort of a, let's call it shiny object syndrome. You're getting distracted easily. You say, oh, I want to make this change. I want to be healthier, happier, more focused, more motivated. And then the next day, you fall off track. Look, it happens. I'm going to give you some tips, some tricks, some things you can do here today to help fix all of that. So what about where you want to be? Do you want to have more energy? Do you want to lose some weight? Do you want to feel better? Do you want to be happier? Do you want to be healthier? Do you want to be more productive? Do you want to get more done every day? Do you want to just have that energy at the end of your 80 or 90-hour week or whatever it is because you're working like crazy and you just want to have some energy to spend time with your family, to enjoy your kids, to enjoy your spouse, to maybe relax a little bit here and there so that you can get through the craziness, so that you can get through this job, this life that we're all living that seems to just keep speeding up and requiring more and more of both our physical and our mental energy. The truth about all that is what you put in is what you get out. So the results that you're getting are a direct result of not only the effort, but the things that you're doing, okay? What you're putting into this is exactly what you're going to get out of it. What you put into your body, what you put into your mind, that's what's going to determine the results that you're getting, okay? And I'm not just talking about simply effort. I'm talking about some very specific things that are going to determine your results. So step one, let's get right into it. Grab your pen and paper, and here it is. Step one, how do you feel more energy? How do you stay healthy? How do you stay motivated? This is going to sound a little bit weird, but it really is about the food that you're putting into your body. If you're filling your body with sugar and processed food and drive-through and all of these things, that's going to affect your ability to stay motivated and focused and get more done. It's going to affect your ability in the long run to have the energy, the focus, the drive, the determination, all the stuff you need to be more productive and to make more money. Because your food that you're eating, it regulates your biochemistry, it regulates your hormones, it regulates your energy levels. So if you're putting bad food in your body, all right, I've said this before and I'll say it again here, if you had a Ferrari, you wouldn't pour sugar in the gas tank. You wouldn't put cheap gas in it, all right? Your body is the thing that carries you through life. Whether you love or hate your body, I don't care. It's the only one, it's the only one you get. So as you start to eat better, yeah, you're going to lose some body fat. Yeah, you're going to start to look better. You're going to start to feel better because your biochemistry is going to change. So when you eat processed foods, when you eat a lot of sugars, when you eat a lot of, McDonald's drive-thrus, if you're living off, cheeseburgers and fries, that's going to affect how you're able to concentrate. It's going to literally affect your brain's ability to function. It's going to affect your heart rhythm. It's going to affect the ability of your liver to process certain neuro and biochemicals. It's going to affect your adrenal glands, which is why a lot of people were running out of energy because they're just overstimulating their adrenal glands constantly. They have adrenal fatigue because they're really just eating all of this food that's throwing their body hormonally and biochemically out of whack, and you can't stay focused. You lose concentration after 10 or 15 minutes, or worse, you lose concentration and then you get stuck in your head and you're running all these crazy scenarios. A lot of that is biochemical, hormonal stuff that's directly related to the food you're eating. So again, what you put in is what you get out. If you're putting shit food in your body, you're going to get shit results out of your body because your body's going to be running on bad gasoline. It's going to be running on bad fuel, and you're not going to be able to keep up with the environment around you. You're not going to be able to perform at higher and higher levels when you want to be more productive, when you want to earn more money, when you want to climb the career ladder. You're going to be sort of sluggish. You're going to be sort of, low energy, low performance. If you want high performance, if you want sustained levels of high performance, it really does matter what you're putting in your body because it needs to be fuel that can carry you through one of your crazy ass, 10, 12-hour days if you're anything like most people. Step 2 is regulating your media input. Okay, so if you're spending all day watching shit television, scrolling Facebook, Instagram, social media, terrible news stories, all of these things, that's going to regulate your neurochemicals. That's going to regulate your habitual thoughts and emotions. Think about it like this. If you watch a scary movie, you get scared. If you watch a sad movie, you get sad. If you watch an action movie, you start to maybe feel violent traits, okay? Now, it used to be, I'm old enough to remember, it used to be you only had a few channels to choose from. There was no cell phone. There was no computer. Not everyone, you didn't have constant influx constant streams of information coming in. You consumed some, one of your favorite shows, two of your favorite shows, whatever, and you went on about your life. Now it's a constant input. It's constant streams of information, good information, bad information, I don't know, whatever's coming into your body. All of that is regulating your body's hormones. It's regulating your brain's neurochemistries. It's wiring your brain to think, speak, and act in a certain way. And it will start to think, speak, and act in alignment to what it's seeing over and over and over again. Just like that scary movie reference. If all you ever watched was scary movies all the time, eventually you start to maybe see things in the dark that aren't there, or you feel frightened about, oh, could there really be a serial killer out there lurking in my, hiding behind my shower curtain or something like that. So the media you're putting in is determining your output as well. What you put in is what you get out. So if you're putting in bad food, you're going to get bad performance. If you're putting in this bad media, this bad information, it's going to lower your ability to perform better. So I'm not saying you need to study 24/7 to get better at your job, but you really do have to take a break. You really do have to detox from this bad media input, this bad information input. You're programming your brain, you're programming your habits, you're programming your emotions, you're programming the cells of your body with bad information, with bad data. You're creating an emotional, habitual state of sadness, despair, depression. The world is going to shit, whatever it is. Okay, so step 1, you got to change what you're eating. Step 2, you got to change the information you're putting into your brain. So we want a healthy body, we want a healthy mind, we need all of these things to work together. And the final step in this is your sleep. Okay, one of the number one things I talk to people about is this sleep. We have this idea that, I'll sleep when I'm dead. Well, look, your sleep regulates all of those things. It regulates your bio and your neurochemistry, regulates your circadian rhythm. That's the thing that makes you get tired at a specific time and wake up at a specific time. It helps regulate your emotions. It helps repair your muscles. That's when all your body is in repair mode. Okay, and it starts to do things like lock in your learning, the things you learned from the day, especially if you're whatever you sort of think about right before you go to sleep. If you watched that terrible TV while you ate a bag of Doritos, that's what's going to get locked in, for a lack of a better word, okay? That's what's going to happen to your body as it sleeps. It's going to repair, it's going to program those things in. It's going to put them in your deep states of learning. It's going to start to, as I put here, lock it in. Okay, so beyond that, if you don't sleep and you wake up tired the next day, you have a tendency more to make bad decisions. You have a tendency to lose focus more. You have a tendency to not be able to stay motivated. You have more of a tendency to fall into I'll call it, probably not the exact right word, but a little bit more of a depressive state, because it's all your body can sort of think about. If you've ever been really tired, you know what I'm talking about. So even though you may not be completely exhausted, it becomes a compounding effect. So if you got, let's say, 10% less sleep than you really needed every day, that's going to compound over time, and it's going to become this habitual pattern. You're going to get locked into these habitual thoughts. Your body's never going to completely repair itself. You're always going to be sort of, you get sort of in this state where it's all you can think about. It becomes this all-consuming thought of, I need sleep. It's all I want to do is go home and sleep. But then most of us don't. So what can you do here? I'm going to give you this quick fix, and here it is. Decide what time you go to bed. Don't say I go to bed at about 11. You go to bed at 11. It sounds crazy. Most of us spent our entire childhoods waiting to grow up so that we didn't have a bedtime, but it's kind of one of the most important things you can do. So not only decide what time you go to bed, but what time you wake up, and that'll help regulate your circadian rhythm. And once you get that sort of locked in, once you get everything flowing, once you get everything moving in the right directions, right? You follow these super, like I said, super simple 3 steps to help you get focused, stay motivated, be healthier, achieve levels of higher and higher performance for sustained periods of time. These are the 3 most simple things you can do. And if you can make these 3 small changes in your life, you're going to see results that are just they're going to blow you away. Okay? You're going to lose body fat you're going to feel better. You're going to be happier. You're going to be more focused. You're going to be more motivated. You're going to start to get more and more things done. And every other aspect of your life will improve right along with it. I mean, think about it. If you felt better, if you were happier, more motivated, more focused, do you think your relationships would improve? I guarantee you that they will. Do you think that your work performance would improve, that you'd start to have more money, you'd earn more money, you'd focus less on bullshit, you'd be happier, you'd feel better, your general state of health would improve? Do you think all those things would happen? Of course they will. It would be ridiculous to think that they wouldn't. This body has to be healthy. Your body has to be healthy for you to be able to do all of the things that you're here on this earth to do. Your body has to be in a good state of health if you expect to be happy and focused and motivated. Nobody's ever been unhealthy, all right? I've been unhealthy, I can tell you. If you're laying in a hospital with tubes sticking out of your body and you're on the verge of death, you're not really motivated and happy and focused and feeling good. Like you can dig down and find it. You can, eke it out, but you can't do anything else. When you're in that state, you can't do anything else. And if those emotions, those neurochemicals, those biochemicals are down-regulated 5, 10, 15, 20% every day, right? So you're not necessarily in a hospital bed laid up trying not to die, right? But when you're down-regulated like that, even small percentages, you can't stay focused for long periods of time. You can't stay, enthusiastic. You can't stay motivated. You can't be if you're not completely healthy, all right? Everything gets turned down. The volume gets turned down on life. Everything comes a little bit out of focus. You're not really excited. You're not looking forward to it. You just kind of trudge through your day hoping to make it to the end, and that's no way to live. And if you could just make these 3 small steps, if you could make these 3 small changes, you can't tell me that if you made these 3 small changes that your life wouldn't dramatically improve. You can't say it because you know it's true. You know intuitively that what I'm saying is absolutely true, but most of us just won't do it. Why won't we do it? That's the question. The question isn't necessarily what to do, because most of us know by now. We know intuitively. We know through reading. We know through watching videos. We know what to do, but why aren't you doing it? That's the real question. So what are the next steps? Well, the next steps are getting some help, because most of us are confused and we just don't know where to start. We don't know how to make these small tweaks in our life based on where we are, what we're doing. We can't see because we're traveling all the time. We're going to client meetings. You're having to go out to these client dinners. You're constantly on the run. You're eating in airports. You're living out of your car because you're always on the road. And we just don't know where to start. We don't know how to take that step 1 because we've been living in this habitual pattern for so long that we don't know what the next steps are. So let me ask you this. Would you like an exact plan? Would you like to have written down what you need to do next? The next things that you need to do in your own life, the tweaks, the changes, the tricks, the tips to work inside of your own life without some crazy ass, raw paleo vegan diet, sleep 14 hours a day, work out for an hour a day. Would you like an exact plan, custom tailored to fit you and your lifestyle? If you would, let me help you. I can help you by helping you gain clarity, identify the roadblocks, the things that are standing in your way, and help you find the perfect fitness and nutrition plan for your optimal performance, okay? So it's not a one off the shelf, here's what you eat, here's what you do, because every single person is different. That's why diets don't work. That's why most workout plans don't work, because it doesn't custom tailor it to the individual. It's just a blanket fitness and nutrition plan And usually they're designed for something like get six-pack abs, get super ripped and shredded. Okay, most of us don't really want that because it's an entire frickin' lifestyle change. It's quite difficult to live that way for long periods of time. If you just want to perform better, if you want to be more focused, if you want to be healthier, if you want to be happier, if you want to stay motivated, if you want to double your productivity, if you want to have more time to spend with your family, more energy so that you can reach higher and higher levels at work, let me help you, all right? I'm going to offer you a free 30-minute one-on-one coaching session. And here's the next question people always ask is, why are you doing this, Joe? Why would you help me for free? Why would you give me a free 30-minute one-on-one session where you're going to help me get this clarity and focus and help me find ways to stay motivated? Well, here's why. Because I'm a performance coach and I specialize in helping busy professionals get and stay healthy, motivated, and focused so that they can double their productivity, profitability, overcome stress, avoid burnout, and all that cool stuff. That's what I do every day. And I'm doing this because there's a good chance that at the end of this coaching session, you might want to become one of my clients, all right? And my rate started $1,000 per month. However, this is not a sales pitch in disguise. I'm not trying to get you on the phone so that I can just sell you something at the end. Right up front, I'm going to tell you that, yes, I do this for a living, and my hope is that at the end of this, if we're a good fit, we'll find a way to work together. Okay, but I'm not like gonna surprise, like, hey, here's a coaching session, and then, hey, surprise at the end, do you want to buy this thing? Right out there in the front. I'm telling you, this is what I do. This is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the perfect client to add people to my roster. Maybe we're a good fit. Maybe we're not. Either way, I want to give you some real value. And at the end, if it's a good fit, if we both want to move forward, we can talk about some ways that we can work together. Cool? All right, now look. Here's what you got to know, though. This is not for everyone, all right? This is not something it's not a, buy a book off the shelf and do this thing. We're going to take a good hard look at your life. We're going to look at where you are. We're going to figure out where you want to be, and we're going to work on the steps to close the gap. And it is not for everyone. To qualify for this, you must be absolutely. You must be coachable, all right? If you're not going to do what I tell you to do, if you're not going to follow the plan that we sit down together and figure out how to make work in your life, this isn't going to work for you, so don't even bother, all right? If you're not resourceful, if you're not willing to look at things and say, okay, this is what I've been doing. I can't figure it out, but I'm going to figure it out and we're going to figure it out together. I'm going to help you and we're going to work it as a team. If you can't look at those things and find a way when there is no way, not going to work for you. If you're not willing to and want to make these changes, it's definitely not going to work for you, okay? Because if you don't want to change, there's nothing I can say or do that's going to help improve your life, help improve your health, help get you focused, help get you motivated. Nothing. You must be physically, mentally, and emotionally able to do this program. Okay, because I'm going to tell you there is an emotional thing that's going to happen, all right? It's going to cause you some emotional change. There's going to be a mental change. There's going to be a physical change. Every aspect of your life is going to change because of this, and you must have an insane work ethic. Look, this isn't complicated stuff, all right? I'm going to super simplify everything so you'll be able to understand everything that I'm going to say. It's super, super simple. It's some daily small changes that you do throughout, your day, your life, your week. All right. But you have to have an insane work ethic because it's going to be a lot of work. Even though it's going to take some of these things we're going to talk about, they'll take you 5 minutes to do every day. But it's going to feel like the most work you've ever done because we're changing some major habits in your life. So if it sounds like you, if this sounds like something you're ready to do, if you want to be more focused, if you want to be more motivated, if you want to be healthier so that you can make more money, so that you can be happier, so that you can feel better, look better, perform better throughout your day, here's what you do next. There's a button below this video, all right? Just click that button. It's going to take you over to my schedule, fill out the form, schedule your 30-minute one-on-one coaching session, and we'll get started, and I'll help you come up with an exact plan to start moving forward in your life so that you can be happier, be focused, be motivated, feel better, look better, make more money, whatever it is for you. All right? Look, I just wanted to make this super short video for you. That's it. That's all the time that I have for today for this. Start right now. Click the button below. Schedule your call. And until next time, I'll talk to you soon.